saying, so I want to start out by saying, hold on, that I am sorry this video is coming out like 2 days late. I planned on seeing this movie Friday night, and then it got sold out twice on Friday night, and I was like, alright, that's fine. I'll see it, I'll just go see it fucking Saturday night. The first showing I wanted to go see there sold out, so I don't know what happened, but apparently everyone decided that this was the movie they wanted to see, which I'm not sure this movie deserves that much love. I'm not saying that it's a bad movie by any chance. I'm talking about the upside. I'm assuming that you kind of saw the thumbnail. I was like, oh, okay, I know what this is about type deal. So sorry for just assuming like that. But yeah, I'm talking about the upside. The new Kevin Hart, Bryan Cranston drama comedy movie. Which they call it a comedy, I don't feel is accurate. It's not like there's not funny parts in the movie, for sure, but that's not the main part of this movie. This movie is very much a drama with some funny parts thrown in, but it's not a comedy. I'm not sure where people are getting this idea that it's a comedy, and why Facebook is advertising it to me as the first must-see comedy of 2019, because it's not that either. Like, that was a bit confusing. I'm not gonna lie. By a bit, I mean extremely confusing. Because the movie's funny. Like, there were a couple of times that I was laughing. I was having a really good time. But they were few and far between. Now, the people I was watching this movie with were losing their minds. Like, they thought every single joke that Kevin Hart said was the funniest joke they've ever heard. And the theater was loud and just loving it. I wasn't a part of them. Like, I had a good time watching the movie. I didn't think it was the funniest shit out there. So, I don't know why everyone was laughing so hard. I mean, that might be just me not liking the style as much as everyone else in the theater, but I didn't think it was like as funny. I thought that the heart of the movie really lies in the fact that this is a story about two people trying to let go of their past and find out who they are now. And I really enjoyed that aspect of it. I thought the story was beautiful and touching, and something that I wanted to see more of. Just a movie of kind of guys just being guys, which I'm ready for the backlash that drama might have. Well, like, there's not some stupid gimmick of like, whoa, we gotta save the world or whatever. Just, no, how about we just show up, be people, and go. Let's do that. And it was refreshing that happened. It was a decent movie to go with it. So the majority of the story is Kevin Hart's character is just trying to reinsert himself into his family's life after going to prison. He gets put on parole, and he kind of gets thrown into the situation by his parole officer. He's like, hey, if you want to not go back to jail, you have to show that you're actively trying to find work, because that's not what we're seeing, type thing. And he's trying to kind of get in the good graces of his ex-girlfriend and his child again, and that's why he's really going for this job. And then you see Bryan Cranston's character, who is just fucking suicidal, and is very much going through this whole thing of like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. If something happens, I don't want you to resuscitate me. I hired you because I think that you're the worst person that I kind of came in and we talked to that day, and I'm pretty confident you're gonna get me killed. Actually, like, and then you kind of see them grow and bond together over just some good old fashioned comedy of smoking some weed, and just kind of doing shit. But each part of the way is punctured by this raw emotional, like, oh hey, everything's kind of shit, wall to wall, huh? Weird. Um, which again, like, I thought maybe it's because the majority of movies that come out now, these action thrillers that don't really want you to think too hard or be that engrossed in this the characters, and much rather you just be like, look at the flashing pictures. Or maybe that's just Marvel shoving down their movie so fast, so hard that I can't think anymore. But I don't know, I found this movie refreshing. I found it a nice little calm character study in the big time Hollywood blockbuster market. But I do think that this movie is, in the end of the day, forgettable. It's not something that we're going to be talking about towards the end of the year. It's not something that, hell, I even think I'm going to be talking about at the end of this week. You know, last week's movie of Escape Room still is heavy in my mind, whereas this isn't. Which is disappointing to say for sure. But there's the truth of it. It's a fun time to kind of sit back and watch and think about, well, who was I in the past and where am I going to be and who am I going to bring along for that journey. But it's not a movie that I'm going to be recommending to my friends. I don't have a problem with the fact that I saw it. I know there's even a moment where it feels like Kevin Hart is coming at, even though I know that's possible because of how movies are actually made and it's not like the controversy didn't really come up till much later. But I feel like there's Kevin Hart has this monologue where he's like, I'm done dragging my past with me. I'm done being that guy and doing that shit. I'm very much going to be pushing forward, and I don't care. You're either with me and I'm bringing you with me, or you're not. So do you want to come with? And as much as I loved it, I do feel like a lot of people are gonna be really upset about that, being like, "Oh, it's all about the whole homophobia and all that shit." And it's not. That's not how movies get made. Movies were made a long time ago, like last year. Shut the fuck up. But it is something I think about. I was actually kind of surprised when this movie did as well as it did, being sold out twice. Because I thought that it wouldn't do that well. I'm gonna be honest. Partially because of the controversy Kevin Hart has found himself in yet. I didn't think he was gonna do that well. But hey, it's kicking and people are really happy about it. So, what the fuck do I know? Not much, apparently. But yeah, it's a nice little movie. Watch a little story about a suicidal man and his damn near con artist of a friend. And have a good time. If you're going to see something this week, you could do worse. I have a feeling people did do worse. A Dog's Way Home also did pretty well, I heard. So, you know. But all in all, that's what I think about the movie. Did you see the upside? There's not really a lot to talk about. It's without spoiling a lot of it, you know? But yeah. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go into spoilers, so if you do want to watch it, go away now. And let's talk spoilers. Ba-dum-bum-ba-da-ba. Alright. So, it's hard to talk about spoilers in this movie because there isn't a lot to really spoil. Mostly because it's not really a plot. Like, besides the whole Will Dredd or whatever Kevin Hart's character is, will he get back with his girlfriend? Which, for the most part, you know the answer is yes. And how are they, like, how does this relationship kind of grow? You're not really watching this for the plot. You're more watching it for the interaction between Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston. And I will say that they're, like, how they interact is really fun and really believable. Until it comes to the end, where it doesn't really make a lot of fucking sense. Bryan Cranston's character at this point has been this very logical, very comprehensive, very business-minded person. Like, A to the B to the C makes sense. And the climax of the movie comes with this date. Where Kevin Hart's character is like, hey, I think you should go on this date. I think it'd be good for you. Let's go on. You should go on this date. And the date ends up being unable to get over the fact that he is a cripple. And then Bryan Cranston's character ends up blaming him for the date going wrong, and starts immediately closing himself off to everyone in the movie, not just his character. And I'm not saying that's definitely not what happened. It is based off a true story, so I don't know. I wasn't there. But it just doesn't seem to make a lot of sense from this character who was, you know, so logical and so fundamentally like, no, you stop being stupid type of character. Especially when you consider the fact that, according to the movie anyway, which the only thing I can base any of this shit off of, is that Bryan Cranston's character, Philip, wasn't exactly big into moving this to the next level anyway. Like, that was always kind of a hope there, but he never wanted to take it to that step. So the fact that all of a sudden it doesn't go the way he thinks, it feels like the climax of the movie and how it kind of continues is meant to be more of a we're a movie, everyone has to get into an argument before the climax because that's how movies movie, right? Also, we're not going to talk about that terrible shooting range today. We're just going to move past it. And that's really disappointing. Especially because at that point in the movie, you were doing really well. Like, everything was believable. Everything was like, oh, I genuinely am curious about how this relationship continues and grows. And, you know, is everything going to kind of be okay for Kevin Hart's character? And then they throw in this awkward fight that doesn't make a lot of sense given the characters we have. And it's like, okay, well, they're going to be okay by the end of it because there's a couple of scenes that we just haven't seen yet that were in trailers. So why do I care about this anymore? You know? So like I said in the rest of the movie, we're still talking about a pretty forgettable movie at the end of the day with a decent plot and storyline of, hey, two unlikely friends become friends and friendship prevails type scenario. And then that's really it. There's not a lot to talk about in the movie. It's more of a buddy cop. Will they become besties or won't they? And it's going to be a movie that you're either going to watch or you're just going to skip it. So, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you saw The Upside, I don't have a movie I'm going to be seeing next week at the top of my head. So if there is one that you want me to watch, let me know what it is in the comment section down below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.